You're watching the Coach Bo Frye Show, brought to you by the following fine sponsors. Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, All Glaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to week number 10 of the Bo Frye Show. I'm your host, Joe Hurlbert, alongside Bo Frye down on the other end. We're joined this week by two players, Dylan Fink and Zach Myers. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to talk to these gentlemen as we get into the clips, but let's take a look at last week's scores in the Western Buckeye League. Of course, Bath's win over Defiance 39-21 sets up this week's showdown with the Wapakoneta Redskins at Bath, and this will be for the Western Buckeye League outright title, or it will be co-champions when it's all said and done. Salina defeated OG by a score of 45-21. Wapakoneta defeated Elida 41-10. Elida, of course, this week's opponent for the Rough Riders here at Grand Lake Health System Field. Shawnee beat Van Wert 45-24. And, of course, St. Mary's defeated Kenton by a score of 35-26. Before I go any further, I'd like to once again, before we get started, thank our sponsors for allowing us to do this. I tell you what, they sponsor the Bo Frye Show, Rules of the Game, and, of course, bring you the games each and every week. So if you get an opportunity to visit our sponsors, go in and thank them for what they do and tell them you appreciate that, because without them, we wouldn't be here. Let's take a look at the Western Buckeye League standings going into the final week of the season. As I mentioned, Bath and Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta is the only undefeated team in the Western Buckeye League. They're 8-0 in the league. Bath is 7-1 in Western Buckeye League play. Shawnee St. Mary's are tied for the third spot at 6-2 league marks. Elida, Van Wert, Defiance, and Salina, all with 3-5 Western Buckeye League records. Kenton 1-7. OG is 0-8. So as we get into this week's program and look at the clips, your thoughts last week on how you guys responded.
I did not think it was our best effort in some areas. Luckily, we had a few guys that were playing extremely hard. I did think in some areas on defense we played better. I thought Fink had a wonderful night. I'm glad he was having a good night, because the rest of the offense was kind of stagnant, and we're trying to get that fixed this week.
You know, as I went through the clips, I had that opportunity to watch every one, and it seemed like there was big plays, great movement of the football, and then there was a couple of series where we just couldn't move it 5 yards to save our butt.
It was just a real lethargic night from us, I felt like. We got there late. The Gatorade spilled all over our jerseys. It was just a bus broke down after the game. It was just a weird night. And sometimes you have those in high school football, and we're trying to have any more of those, though.
It was kind of like a full moon effect.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird night. So
your thoughts, Dylan, on how the ball game went?
I think we played really good. I mean, not our best against like a team that didn't have like a really good record, but they still weren't a bad team, but we could have played a little bit better. But I like how it turned out.
Of course, I'm dying over here with a tickle in my throat.
Yeah.
And, of course, Zach, what do you think? How the defense play?
I think we played good. I mean, Kenton came out and they were looking for a win to catch us off guard. But I think we did our jobs. There's definitely things we could fix up on, but we did good.
Well, let's take a look at some of the clips from last Friday night's ball game. This is a rare short kickoff.
Yeah, it kind of started
Triplett.
the game like that. First off, we started off by kicking off, which we haven't done all season. Didn't win the toss, and we kicked off. And then Brady didn't put it in the end zone, which
which is rare.
Rare, yeah.
Which
but
means that
he is human. He is human.
Your special
so,
teams has to do some work.
Yeah. But I thought our coverage was pretty decent. Thought we got downfield and we made a play. Zach's on that. Fink's not on that right now, but he's in and off it every now and then. So, anything on that one, Zach?
I mean, just got to settle my feet down and make the tackle, really.
Did you miss that one? You were in on that one? I think you were in on that first kickoff. Yeah, everyone. It's a team.
Of course, obviously,
yeah, you're in on that. That's your side. Mm-hmm.
Kenton comes in, obviously, leading the Western Buckeye League in passing. They got a good quarterback and Xavier Gammon, and he's just a young one. And I think, and I mentioned this during the broadcast, it's pretty well noted. It seems like Kenton always will start a young quarterback. They'll take their lumps, which they are in the season. They're like 1-8 right now. Yeah. But over the course of 2 years, and we've seen the very same thing with Owen Ott.
Yeah.
And the young players that play as freshmen, they get better and better and better. And I think that's what they're hanging their hat on, that he'll get better.
He's good. He can sling it. Mm-hmm.
But here's a pick by Logan Payton.
Yeah, he's a young one for us, Logan Payton,
right.
Only a sophomore. And got his first action on varsity this week and made a nice play.
Yeah, jumped right in front of the pick.
Mm-hmm. That was a big play for us because got us started fast.
Of course, this was kind of surprising, and right out of the chute, first play of the game.
Yeah,
and we're going to look at it from behind.
I think we kind of assumed on offense it was just going to be that easy the rest of the night.
That could have very well set.
So
the
a
stage.
lot of. I can't say we played bad. I'm kind of being a grumpy pants there. That's a weird word, but. We rushed for 346 yards and scored 35 points. So, but still, it's not our the perfection of what we want from our offense.
I tell you what, when you see the hole on the left side of the offense, Doug Spencer could have ran through.
Oh yeah, Doug would have tripped. But Myers could have for sure. Myers is a former JV running back. He would have made it for sure. Yeah, us three would have. I don't know about you, Joe.
But you want? No, I probably wouldn't. But you know what? This was a key. I think Zach pointed out during the broadcast. Their nose tackle at one point in time kind of slanted in.
Yeah.
Now, when he slanted in, did that give you some sort of key as to where he was going?
I don't really know about anything about like the defensive line. I mainly
that's not Fink's area.
Yeah,
man.
I get the ball on a sweep and I look outside. First person I see, I got to make a move on the outside. So. I don't really run up the middle that much, so that's like Caleb Schmidt. You're going to
have to refer that question to Caleb Schmidt.
Or it could be a Xander Post question.
Xander Post, yeah. Xander Post could tell you the answer to that, and Caleb Schmidt. But, yeah, that's not Fink's wheelhouse, man.
So this is after the score, 5-yard penalty, and, of course, I think he still kicks it into the end zone.
Yeah. There was actually a big hole in the field. That's what he said. The first one he kicked, he stepped in a huge hole.
Oh, really?
So he scooted the ball over about 4 feet to the right, so. Rocket science, this game of football, you know.
I'll tell you what, he's got probably one of the strongest legs in the Western Buckeye League.
Yeah, he's the reason why the soccer team's still winning too. So
this is good defense by Owen Ott. If you look at him here on the left defensive end position, he just jumps over the line of scrimmage and he turns the quarterback back in, and of course there they just finish him off.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, he's reading it well, getting out there and making the tackle. That's wonderful defense right there.
Ott has a very live motor. Yeah,
he
sometimes
does.
Too live in practice.
He gets excited.
You met him last week.
Yeah. This is a nice play by Matt Murray here. Beats his blocker and just hangs on to him and drags him to the ground.
You jumping in on there, Myers? No, that's confident.
And then, of course, there's a flag on the play.
Yeah,
but
got a face mask, He did grab a hold of nick the face mask a little bit, so it happens.
Cooper Glass on this one gets a nice kick-out block here as you.
Yeah, he's slowing down a little bit.
Right there.
Yeah, it was a good job by Glass putting body on people.
Puts him to the ground.
Yeah, Cooper, you've seen on the film on the show as well. Super smart kid. He's gotten a lot better.
Here we're going to feature Dylan.
There we go. There you go.
Dylan, what are your thoughts on this particular play?
I just run my hardest, I try to make my first move on the outside guy, get as many yards as I can, try to keep my feet moving forward. That's about it. He took my shoe off, by the way.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
That first tackle, I kind of spun out of it, and he ripped my shoe off, so I had to run like an extra 5-10 10 yards without my shoe on.
That'd have been cool to score a
Well, I'll
touchdown.
tell you
last
what,
year.
and we've seen this all season with Dylan. It takes more than one person or one attempt to get him down.
Yeah.
He just keeps his feet moving, spins away, whatever it takes to get extra yards. And then at the end of that play, dove about 3 yards to get it inside the 5-yard line.
He has twitchy hips. I kind of always talked about Dom Osborne having greasy hips. His are more twitchy, bouncy hips. Yeah.
Same way in wrestling. He's smooth with it. He just gets it done.
Yeah. These guys are both wrestlers, by the way, as well.
Here's a sack by Owen Ott.
That's a good job by Ott. We're getting pretty accustomed to that, aren't we? Yeah, which would be nice if he would all the time, baby. He's getting there. He's starting to get home a little more.
There's another run by Dylan in the second quarter.
Yeah, this
of course,
one was
you did some shifting.
Yeah, we did a
in
few
this ball-
things.
in
Yeah,
this
we're-
ball game.
exotic, Joe. Exotic.
And of course, we
heck
don't
of
get
a
to
run.
see the final result because the
little
camera
post
guy,
in the
but
way.
I'll tell you what,
That was a heck of a run, though. That was fourth down, and honestly, it was
Yeah.
about to get stopped before the sticks. And that was really, like I said, we were lucky that Fink was having a very good night because
Yep, Dylan had a great night. 19 carries, 161 yards. He led the ball club in rushing. His longest one was 25 yards. I believe that one was right there. Two TDs. Average is about 8.5 yards per carry. That's pretty good average.
pretty good, yeah. He didn't have a rushing touchdown up to this point, too, did you? Yeah.
I mean, you didn't do no dance or anything.
Let's not do that. We're getting
I
penalized
should've,
enough. I don't
should've,
need any dancing.
There's Luke Ramel on a sweep.
Yeah, good job by Luke. We're getting pretty accustomed to Luke
Just
finding the hole and
got it
running
inside
forward.
the 10-yard line.
Yeah. He's real good at does a really good job, Luke, of getting yards.
There's another Dylan TD.
There it is. That was an easier one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well blocked. I ran around the edge, and I could literally just walk into the end zone. Like everybody, they built a wall for me. Like, best blocking ever. I don't know.
That's always good,
You know, and it is, in all honesty. And Caleb would probably say this. Dylan would say it. Luke Ramel would say the exact same thing. But really, if it wasn't for the offensive line doing their job, they wouldn't be able to do what they do.
Yes, but also those guys are all three good running backs as well.
Right.
We didn't block that well in that sweep. You just saw Fink make a little spin move and get.
One of the things that I've noticed, and I mentioned to Zach on a couple of his runs, he'll that first tackler, he'll it's like he dips his shoulder, like he's going inside, then he just continues to bounce outside.
Yeah, it's the twitchy hips, man. Yeah.
I think special teams here on the kickoff.
There's Myers over there getting
we see-
excited,
getting people pumped up, getting them fired up.
Yeah. Myers is a hype guy.
Always got to get fired up before you're going down there.
And the special team, I believe, they knocked the ball loose, but I don't think they recovered.
No, bounced right back into their kids' hands. So.
But nonetheless, that's just good hustle by the special teams.
It is,
unit.
yeah. That was right before half. I think if we would have got that fumble recovery, it'd have been done for. The game would have been completely over. This guy's getting home up front. Yeah, it's always good to see.
Absolutely.
Those guys are pretty good when they can focus their energy and focus their minds and do the job right. It's a lot easier to cover when they're sacking the quarterback, right, guys?
There's another big game by Dylan.
Yeah.
On
It's
a
a nice
on
counter.
a counter.
Run. Yeah, nice counter run. He's very good at running the counter. Got out in space. I think that might have been 3rd and long too, maybe or something.
Oh yeah, I kind of sat in the hole a little bit. I waited for the hole to open, and when it opened, it green grass, and just kept going. And that obviously I had to make a first move, first guy I seen to try to get some more extra yards.
It's good. But you see that we're not downfield blocking those guys.
Right.
Weeks in past we were downfield. We were making that extra effort block. A lot of our O-linemen are jogging back here behind. That's what I'm talking about, where I didn't think we played our best football on Friday night.
Right. So obviously that's something we'll clean up this week as we get ready to face a lineup. Here's a nice run by Luke Ramel. He'll take this one to inside the 5-yard line. Just a good run.
Yeah.
Good. Again, good. There's good blocking up front. Yep. He bounces it to the outside and gets it inside the 5-yard line.
Schmitty's a really good blocker on the edge. He bumps a little bit too much, but he's a heck of a blocker.
Well, here's good line surge. Obviously, this is Aiden Meinerding on a QB sneak, but it's just good line surge and finding the hole and taking it in. Do you get behind him and push him?
Yeah, I try to sometimes, but they take care of it. Like, before I even get there, he'll be in the end zone. I'm like, great, like, touchdown.
Yeah. We have a good, better, best list, like with our plays that we go through as coaches to hit in practice. And we always make a great list, and it's always quarterback sneak always is number one on the great list. Yeah.
There's kickoff coverage again by the special teams unit.
Yeah. You get in on any of these, Myers? Yeah. Might be this one. Nah, this one he probably puts in the end zone, I bet. What's the bet? End zone or not? No. That's like the 9-yard line. Come on, triplet. Jeez. That's Myers. Yeah, I think that's Myers making the tackle on this one. He's out in that.
There you go.
Yep.
I think one of the things, one of your main jobs on the kickoff team, being on the end, is contain.
Yep.
Correct? Not let them
Contain.
let them get outside.
Yep, the two guys outside of me, they're mostly contained. I'm a heap-seeking missile. So
Is that what you do?
tells me.
Yeah, he's a 3. Yeah.
Heap-seeking missile.
Myers has got a motor. Myers is crazy, man, dude. He doesn't look it, but he's a missile. Yeah. So.
This is a nice defensive play by Logan Childs. He just bats the ball away from the receiver.
Yeah, it's good to see. Yeah, you're starting to see a little more confidence out of those guys in secondary, which is good.
Yeah, that was good. That was good coverage.
Ones that
right
they
there.
were catching a couple weeks ago, now we're at least in front of receivers. We're getting closer, so.
Well, here's one that Zach's in on.
There you go, Myers. There you go. Yep, jumping on the pile. That counts, right? That's a half or a 0.5 tackle right there for sure.
Gotta finish.
So when you guys look at film each week, do you grade them? Are you on a grading type
We
system?
grade offensively, yes.
Do you?
Defensively, more just tackles, how many tackles they make, and that sort of jazz. And there's always cleanup stuff we give them each week too. On the scouting report, we give them 3 things they can do better. We actually, at this point in the year, we practice longer than a lot of other people in the world here. So, because it's what we do, and we know we have to outwork people. But I've been taking Saturdays off with them, letting them rest and give them some time off because the team that's the freshest at the end that still wants to play is usually the team that peaks at this point. So they just watch it on Rider Nation Station anymore. They take their coaching from you, Joe.
They do.
No, I'm joking.
Don't take it from
I'm
me.
joking.
That's good defensive pressure there. Get the sack.
Yeah, nice job. What we got here? Another pass from Kenton.
This one goes.
Oh,
batted.
yeah.
Trey Moore bats ball up.
Man,
in
we're
the air.
going to start picking those off at some point. I'm telling you, man. We need more picks in this life, Make the pick great again, right? Yeah.
Zach, I guess that responsibility will fall on your shoulders.
Both these guys play back there, man. So, yeah. Fink's actually our only two-way guy that plays both sides of the ball. So,
Really?
yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's got a motor, man. He's got a tank. He's got that wrestling tank. And when it was 95, 100 degrees, I thought, man, we maybe need to get Fink off the field. But he was fine, man.
Yeah.
It's Fink blocking here. Watch this.
That's
This is
a
the
big
lead block by
That's a big
Fink.
first down, 4th and 1.
Heck of a block by Fink here. Yeah.
Yep.
It's Cam Scatterbo.
Oh, he puts him to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, he puts him on the ground, baby. Said he's a wrestler, man. He's mean.
This is a 3rd and 3. Here's Dylan bouncing to the outside.
Yeah.
Just keeps motoring, keeps the legs moving.
Yeah. It's a good job. It's a punt. Yeah, we let it roll down.
This is a good job. I thought when I called the play, I thought maybe he might have kicked it off his shin or something. But
nah,
Zach kind of thinks that was by design.
Yeah, we were trying not to put it in the end zone. So I said, do not put this in the end zone because if they're going to drive here, they're going to drive
Keep it low,
yes.
which he did, and it rolled,
Yeah.
and it was good coverage by.
Good job by Brady. He's a good
Compton,
kicker.
yeah.
He understands how to kick a ball.
Oh, well,
Nice job batting down by it.
Gets his paws up there.
There's Myers right there picking it up, thinking it was a fumble.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a fumble. I'll grab that.
Yeah.
This is just good hands by John Youngs on the onside kick.
Good job by Johnny. Yep. He keeps showing up. He's a good kid.
Zach,
So.
are you on the return team?
Yep.
And what's your thought process is are you always thinking that at some point in time this ball may be coming my way?
Yeah, there's points, and I trust the guys around me. Most of those guys are defensive guys or skill guys. They got hands, and I trust them.
The day and age is over where you can play guards on the front line of your kickoff return. We used to do that for years.
Really?
And build walls, but people do so many weird kicks and onside kicks anymore that those guys up front better have some hands.
Best play of the game, don't you think? Right
Oh,
here?
100%. Did you get Fink's flip at the end?
Well, you missed me in the back, but I did a backflip.
Really?
Yeah, I always do a backflip. I try to do it at the end of the game. I don't know.
That's his celebration.
Well,
There
now
you
that
go.
we know that, we'll have to get a
You'll have to get his backflip.
get a camera
next
on
time.
it. That would be awesome.
yeah.
Explosive plays, obviously, that Shawnee had made and the Rough Riders had. But as you see Dylan Fink there do a backflip to celebrate, go celebrate.
Just don't land on your head, man. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's last week's game and a big win over the Kenton Wildcats. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at this week's opponents, the Elida Bulldogs, when they come to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. We'll do that and more when we come back right after this.
You're watching the Coach Bo Frye Show, brought to you by the following fine sponsors. Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, Hog Blaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Buenaries Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Welcome back to the Bo Frye Show. Week number 10, the final regular season Bo Frye Show of the 2025 season. I'm Joe Hurlbert alongside Bo Frye, Zach Myers, and Dylan Fink with us. Of course, this week around the Western Buckeye League, we talked about the Walpock and Bath game. It's a big one in the Western Buckeye League. If Walpock wins, they'll win it outright. If Bath defeats Walpock, then it'll be co-champions in the Western Buckeye League. Other games, Defiance at Salina, Kenton at Van Wert, Shawnee is at OG, and of course Elida is at St. Mary's. So this is the last regular season game. We're going to finish out strong, fellas, and then we'll look for the postseason, and we'll let the chips fall where they may. That has been undetermined as of yet.
Yeah.
I do believe, in my opinion, my humble opinion, that we'll get a first-round game for hopefully, and then we'll be able to move on from there. But last game of the season, did it seem like it would go this fast?
No, it didn't, but it did, surprisingly. And I hope we just keep this winning streak going. We beat Elida this week, actually. And we just make a run in the playoffs.
Zach, your thoughts?
I think it's went really fast. I mean, I remember when we played Piqua, and I was like, oh, this is our first, scrimmage deal game. And next you know, it's in the middle of the season, and now we're here at the end of the regular season. And
You blink, baby. And
I know,
it's over.
and it's over.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
really, in all honesty, we've had pretty good weather throughout the course of the season, especially for the last couple of years. I mean, because you start so early,
Yeah.
the weather's still good in October. So
Yeah.
it's good. So,
I'm ready for it to turn a little bit. We're ready for to go to the cold weather
you
games,
go.
aren't we? Yeah.
well, Elida comes to town. Coach, tell us a little bit about what you can expect from Elida.
Well, first, they're not lacking talent by any means. They're super gifted athletically. They have a Division I defensive end, Parker Krem, who's going to Illinois. They can sling it like the rest of the league.
Yep.
They run a pretty good offense. They're 4-5, so they're looking to go 5-5. If we win, there's a possibility of us getting a home playoff game. And it's senior night for our guys.
Absolutely.
We love playing at home, and we really love this senior class. So really the focus is on us and our seniors and making sure that if this is our last home game, we do it right.
Absolutely. And going back to talk a little bit about Elida, I followed them. It's always like it's year in and year out. They come out like a house on fire. I mean, they'll find themselves 3-0, and it looks like, well, Elida is going to be right in there. But then somewhere along the line, they fade. And I don't know if it's just the way the teams fall as far as strength of schedule. But I've always thought the Elida has, good athletes, and they'll put good athletes on the field this Friday.
Very good. Yeah, and they're well coached. It's just sometimes the chips fall one way than the other, and luckily for us, they've been falling our way lately. So.
Well, any final comments? This is the last regular season game for 2025, and of course, obviously, you want to win this one for your seniors.
Well, I'm just going to play as hard as I can for Zach here and the rest of the seniors, and hopefully we can just get the end win. Last WBL win.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you guys for being with us on the Bo Frye Show. Coach, thanks again.
Thank you.
Again, we want you to tune in on Friday night. Zach and Mark Cisco will be bringing you the game on Rider Nation stations. For head coach Bo Frye, for Zach Myers, Dylan Fink, I'm Joe Hurlbert. Until next time, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.